Previously on Drip.
In today's video, I will show you what's inside my canister filter. Now, all the pipes in the hose are clean. This is the filthy water that we got from just the pipes and the hose. I just have no idea how they got into the canister filter. I think they were sucked in. Hi guys, Vince here and welcome back to Drip. In today's video, we got a peer package in the mail delivered personally by the owner of Southlink Pet Shop. So they sent us over a 5-gallon tank with a glass breeding box. So today we're going to talk about the dimensions of this tank as well as the breeding cage, and we are going to transform this 5-gallon tank into a guppy breeding tank. So if you guys are interested, what are you waiting for? Let's drip. This 5-gallon tank was made by Southlink Pet Shop and it was inspired by the drip tanks that we have right here. As you guys can see, we currently have a project which is called Black by Drip, and it's just 5-gallon tanks with a black background, a black sponge filter, a black hose, and right over here I also asked them to customize a glass breeding tank for Black by Drip. Initially when they made a glass breeding cage, they can't find a black plastic screen at the bottom, so they made it green and then I just spray painted it with black right over here. I think this one looks very sophisticated. The main thing for Black by Drip is I don't want to see any pop of color in the tank. I only want the fish to be the focal point of the tank, and I don't actually want anything to catch other people's attention when they look at the tanks. All of the tanks that you see right now on this guppy rack were all made by Southlink Pet Shop. They did a really good job on these tanks. The thickness of the glass was 3/16, and I just think it's very sturdy. It looks very sophisticated on black. Well, I did order them transparent, but I just spray painted everything with black. And finally, they decided to do a version that was inspired by Black by Drip, so they made their own 5-gallon tank. This time the glass is a bit thinner. I think this one is 1/8. If you guys want to know the dimensions of this 5-gallon tank as well as the breeding cage, I'll pop that on the screen right now. I really think that this is very drip because of the black sealant and the black base on the tank. I think they placed a sticker before they put the styro. This is one full set which includes the glass breeding cage. If you guys buy this one, the only option that they have on the plastic screen is green. You have the option to spray paint it if you'd like to, and they also have here the waterproof sticker of Southlink Pet Shop. But now I think they focus more on the aquarium stuff. They changed it to Southlink Aquarium. I think it looks very nice. This one is definitely perfect, especially for beginners or even pros in guppy keeping. So yeah, if you guys are interested to get this set from Southlink Aquarium, I will put all their links on the description box down below so that you can contact them directly. I'll be putting their Facebook page. Again, one full set includes the 5-gallon tank right here. It also includes the glass breeding cage. This has a waterproof Southlink Aquarium sticker, and it includes the black sticker at the bottom and also the styro that supports this tank. This black foam is not included. I only placed it here to support the weight of the tank. This one full set retails for only 530 pesos, but if you guys already have your existing 5-gallon tank and you only want to buy the breeding cage, this one retails for 220 pesos only. It's just a perfect way of breeding guppies and mollies. You guys know that most of the guppies are fry eaters. That means when they give birth to their live fry, they just eat them. Especially the albino ones, the ones with the red eye, when they just give birth, they just eat the fry directly. So if you guys have this glass breeding cage, when the fry drops from the female, it goes directly into the net and straight to your 5-gallon tank right here. Now we are ready to fill this tank. Let's go ahead and open the water system and let's get it started. While the tank is filling up, I'm here at the outdoor pond and I placed a sponge filter a few weeks ago right here. We are taking the sponge filter and we're going to use this on the 5-gallon tank. I took the sponge filter and we're going to put it inside the tank. Yeah, it's wet. let's just put that there. And while the tank is filling up, let's arrange the air hose. I have right here an air hose that is connected to the compressor that I'm using for all my tanks here on Black by Drip. We're gonna turn on this specific hose and we're gonna attach it on the sponge filter inside the 5-gallon tank. Taking this hose right here, we are just going to connect it to the sponge filter inside. When you guys are using a sponge filter, make sure to always squeeze the sponge filter underwater so that all the air bubbles would just go out and the sponge itself would absorb the water. This tip is very much applicable, especially to beginners out there. I got a few questions before saying that their sponge filter doesn't sink at all, so that's what you need to do. You just have to squeeze it underwater. Now all we need to do is just to wait for the 5-gallon tank to be filled up, and we're gonna start the cycling process. This water level is okay for me, so we're gonna turn off the water system. Now I'm just taking a small container and I'm getting a little water from the tank itself. We are here at the drip prep area and I have here my dragon stones, all the food for my fishes. And what we're gonna do is we are going to take Optima. This is my water conditioner, and I'm going to mix that to the water that we got from the tank. You guys have a lot of options that you can use. You can use API Quick Start, you can use Start Up, you can use whatever water conditioner you want to use. But for me, since Optima is the only one available right now here at Drip, we are going to go with Optima this time. So we are taking Optima just a little bit and we are going to put that on the water that we got from the tank. I'm just taking my aquascaping tweezer and we are going to try to dissolve this. Well, this cannot be dissolved because this is made from like sand particles. So we're just gonna mix this with the tank water that we got. Now we're going to pour the solution inside the tank. Though the sponge filter was already cycled, this is full of beneficial bacteria already. The water that we used was dechlorinated water or stock water. So we can actually add the fishes right now, but we're gonna wait for 24 hours for everything else to settle before we go ahead and add the fishes. Optima is already in. The water is very cloudy right now, but that would only last for just a moment. Everything will just clear up like crystal in 24 hours. So we'll let it rest for 24 hours before we go ahead and add the fishes. It's been 24 hours and the tank is already clear. I think we are now ready to put our fish in. So we're gonna get from this set of platinum Dumbo ear red tail guppies. I'm going to put in 1 male and 2 female guppies. Since this tank and the rest of my tanks on this guppy rack have the same water quality, I'm just going to get a tiny bit of water and I will transfer that to a smaller tank wherein we'll put the breeder guppies in. I will also be getting tank water from one of these tanks and I'm going to mix that with the tank water that we got from the original 5-gallon tank that we have. Now we're taking the fish that would go to the 5-gallon tank, and for the male I'm going to get from this batch of platinum Dumbo ear red tail guppies. I now have it on the net and we will transfer this to the smaller tank. And now we are getting 2 female pea dirts and we're also going to put them inside the smaller tank. Now I already have the trio that's going into our 5-gallon tank. So I got 2 females and 1 male. The 5-gallon tank is just perfect for these 3 fishes because the ideal ratio for guppies per gallon would be 1 fish per gallon. Now it's time to transfer the guppies to the 5-gallon tank. I really think that this 5-gallon tank is perfect for them, though I think that the aeration is a bit strong, so I'm going to put a G-clamp right here to lessen the aeration of the sponge filter so that they can relax and enjoy this 5-gallon tank from South Link Aquarium. As of right now, the femmes are not yet pregnant, so I just let them explore the entire 5-gallon tank. But in the event that you see that your femmes are already pregnant, you guys can put them inside the breeding cage together with a male and the other femme stems. Or if you guys have more funds, you can buy a separate 5-gallon tank from Southlink Aquarium with a glass breeding cage, and you guys can isolate the female on that specific tank. That's what I actually did on my albino pea dirt. So the fem on this pair is not yet pregnant, and the other fem was already pregnant, and I think it's almost about to give birth. So I isolated the fem on a separate glass breeding cage on a separate 5-gallon tank. So yeah, I hope that you guys like this video. If you are interested in getting this specific set, which includes the 5-gallon tank, the waterproof sticker, the black sticker at the bottom, the styro, and the glass breeding cage, you guys can visit Southlink Pet Shop. I'll put their links on the description box down below if you live around the south. When I say the south, I mean Las Piñas, Parañaque, Muntinlupa. You guys can visit their physical store. They are located at Alabang Zapote Road, just near Casimiro area, just right in front of Orsi. Or if you guys live far away from their location, you guys can send them a DM on their Facebook page, and they will be more than happy to accommodate your order and ship it via Lalamove or Toktok. This 5-gallon tank is just a temporary home for these fishes because I have another plan for this. I was reading the comment section and one person requested for me to do a simple aquascape tutorial. So yeah, we're gonna do that soon, and I will be using this specific 5-gallon tank. Again, if you're interested, I'll put their links on the description box down below. They are just one DM away. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more fish content. That's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.